Welcome to MCCT, Microcrawler Capability Test. That's where we test and compare the driving performance and capability of micro trucks and microcrawlers from 1 to 18th to 1 to 24th scale. Trucks in stock condition as well as highly modified and upgraded ones. The trucks have to pass through 10 different tests. We'll get either points for their results or their performance will be graded, and the final scores will reveal the most capable microcrawlers. We check their climbing ability, descent performance, their tilt angle, their performance in overcoming easy and difficult obstacles, and their low speed modulation and low speed driving performance. Check the description for details of tests, scores, and mode of grading. Now let's start and present this episode's test trucks. In MCCT episode 16 we will test the RC4WD 1 to 24th Trailfinder 2. It has a wheelbase of 120 mm and 204 gram. It runs on Mickey Thompson Baja Claw tires with 39 by 16 mm and on a 2S 320 mAh lithium-ion battery. It has an N30 gear motor. And now let's start with test 1. Climb on a rough surface. 45 degrees. No problem. 48 degrees. No problem either. 50 degrees, already lifting its tires. And 51 degrees. There's horrible low speed modulation. The 1 to 24th RC4WD Trailfinder, and it falls. 51 degrees. Try to start again. Impossible to do a smooth start, and it falls again. The only reason the RC4WD 1 to 24th is not able to climb the 51 degrees here is the super bad low speed modulation. So 50 degrees and 5 points in test 1, climb on a rough surface. That's place 17 shared, place 17 out of 30 trucks tested so far. And now let's check how it does on a smooth surface. 45 degrees. No problem. 50 degrees maximum on a rough surface, not a big problem. And 51 degrees, it can do it because tires slip, so it's better on a smooth surface than on a rough surface. Will it also do 52 degrees? Come on. Tire slip, so it will not tip over as soon as it does on a rough surface. And it seems it can do it, but it falls. However, test 2, climb on a smooth surface. The RC4WD 1 to 24th Trailfinder 2, 51 degrees, better than on a rough surface. Only reason is the super bad low speed modulation. On a smooth surface, tires slip, so it will not tip over as soon, and on a rough surface, it will tip over immediately. And that's place 15 out of 30 trucks tested so far. A medium result. And now let's check how it can go down, stop, and go back in reverse up again. 45 degrees. And it's super hard to stop smoothly because of this super bad electronics and low speed modulation and throttle response. 46 degrees. Impossible to stop smoothly. Super bad electronics, so super bad result. Only 45 degrees for the RC4WD 1 to 24th Trailfinder 2 at test 3, descent, and 0 points for this. That's one of the poorest results of MCCT, place 27 out of 30 trucks tested so far. And the trucks tested in MCCT 16, 15 and 14, the Mogrich, the FCX24s and the 1-24th Trailfinder take the last places of all trucks tested so far. Test 4, tilt angle to the left. And test 5, tilt angle to the right. Here are the results and points of test 4 and 5 of the RC4 drive Trailfinder 2. 41.55 degrees to the left and 4.78 points for this, and 43.75 degrees to the right and 5.88 points for this. That's a quite good result, and that's place 15 out of 30 trucks tested so far. And now let's check how this tiny Trailfinder can climb. Test number 6, the flat side of the hill of branches. The tiny RC4-wheel drive Trailfinder 2 is struggling. It's not super easy for it. It can do it, but with problems. So only 1 out of 2 points here on test 6, flat hill of branches. And test number 7, the steep side of the hill of branches, the most difficult obstacle of MCCT. And the tiny Trailfinder is struggling. Probably worse than the weakest body mounting system in RC history. It tries hard, but even if it has really good tires, poor chances. And the super bad steering angle doesn't help either. So 0 points at test 7, the steep side of the hill of branches. The hill of pebble stones, flat side. The small Trailfinder has some troubles, struggling a little bit, but finally can do it. 1.5 points out of 2 at test 8, flat hill of pebble stones. Test 9, the steep side of the hill of pebble stones. Super difficult, and the tiny Trailfinder does super hard, countless tries. Tires are good. Low speed modulation again is a problem, and of course its size. Tiny tires, 0.7 inch only. Many tries. Nearly. And after many tries, it finally was able to do this super difficult obstacle. Who would have thought this? Respect. With a lot of troubles, only 1 out of 10 points here, but it did it. And finally test 10, the last test. Low speed performance, modulation. Electronics are super bad in the RC4-wheel drive Trailfinder 2 1-24. Really super bad. And with this upgrade M30 gear motor, which comes with the Trailfinder, there is nearly no control at the low end of speed. And additionally, it does have super hard drag brake, which makes it very difficult in going down. So super difficult to control because it will tip over immediately, as you've seen in the descent test. Poor, poor, poor. Only 0.5 points at test 10. And we come to the final score of MCCT 16, the RC4 drive 1 to 24th Trailfinder 2. And here all 10 tests and points gained. 1 and 2 climb tests not that bad, but already suffering from its super poor low speed modulation. Descent super bad, also because of its low speed modulation it would probably be much better with better ESC. Tilt angles are quite okay. Branches, it had problems, even in the flat side of the hill of branches, and even if it has really good tires. And also some troubles at the flat side of the stones, of the pebble stones, but test 9, it could do the steep side of the hill of pebble stones. Who would have thought this? And modulation, low speed performance, super bad. That's all in all 25.06 points for the small RC4 drive Trailfinder 2. And that's place 18 out of 30 trucks tested so far. Here in more detail, place 1 to 15 and place 16 to 30 with the Trailfinder 2 on place 18. It failed only in one test, the steep side of the hill of branches. That's why it's quite okay placed, and it would for sure have really significantly better results with better electronics, with a better ESC. So that's it for MCCT 16. Thanks for watching, but watch out for the next episode of MCCT. There are still a lot of trucks to be tested.